Hey, what is up, my fellow Zillow surfers? I think a lot of you guys are going to like today's video. In today's video, we are going to be looking at the home featured in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This was Cameron Fry's home. I imagine most of you guys are familiar with the movie. The movie came out in 1986, and it was about Ferris Bueller, a teenage slacker who wanted to take a day off from school to hang in the city with his friends. So he, his buddy Cameron, and his girlfriend Sloane skipped school, and he had to play sick, heat up a thermometer, pretend he was sick to get his parents let him stay home. And in the movie, he winds up going over to his friend Cameron's house, and they take out Cameron's dad's Ferrari. And Cameron lives in this really cool glass house, and that's what we're going to be looking at and talking about in today's video. Right now, you're looking at the garage edition of the home. That was actually built a couple years after the fact. We will be looking at some photos. You may notice here, we're not on Zillow. I had to go over to Redfin. I noticed Zillow tends to take down listings faster than other sites. There's kind of a lot of movie houses and television show houses that I'd like to take a look at. And this was kind of spurred by the episode we did the other day, or the video we did the other day with Michael Scott's home from the dinner party episode. Also wanted to take a look at the Home Alone house, although it's hard to find images of that one, even though it just recently sold. But again, this house comes to us from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Let's talk a little bit about the home, and I'll let you guys look at some of these photos while we do so. Officially, this was called the Ben Rose House. It was designed in 1953 by A. James Speyer, a protege of Ludwig Mies van Duro, embracing the international style. It features steel frames, floor-to-floor ceiling glass, walls, cypress siding, and is elevated on steel pilings over a wooded ravine, which is reminiscent of the Farnsworth House. A separate auto pavilion was added in 1974, and that was done by Speyer's student, David Hayde, and served as a dramatic glass-walled garage. It juts out over the ravine and was originally built to house Ben Rose's exotic car collection. And if you guys aren't familiar with Highland Park, it's a really cool city on the North Shore. And a lot of cool stuff in Highland Park. They have some nice beaches and stuff, but what it's best known for is Ravinia. Ravinia is an outdoor concert venue. They've had some good shows this year. They had, they were supposed to have, why am I drawing a blank here? So they had Weird Al Yankovic. Nas was out there with an orchestra. Train. They always have an ABBA cover band. Ray LaMontagne was supposed to do a show later this summer, although it wound up being canceled because he had some type of oral surgery that didn't go well. But really cool concert venue out there. Let's talk about the connection to Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The pavilion is best known for iconic scenes where Ferris, quote-unquote, borrows or steals Cameron's dad's 1961 Ferrari 250 GT California, only to accidentally crash it through the glass, propelled using sugar glass panes. Filmmaker John Hughes chose the house through his connection with studio exec and Ferrari collector Ned Tannen, who knew the owner Ben Rose, and multiple Ferrari replicas were used in the shoot, not the real car, crafted by Modena Designs to pull off the crash scene. Little bit of history on this home. In 1953, the main residence was built. In 1974, the auto pavilion was added by David Hayde. In 1987, it was designated a landmark in Highland Park. From 2009 to 2014, it was listed for sale, initially for $2.3 million, and was frequently under threat of being torn down. In 2014, it sold for $1.06 million, well below its original asking price. And in 2017, it underwent major restorations. They added an underground garage, added insulation and HVAC, and enhanced the structural integrity of the property. The living room is 25 by 40, open plan space with glass walls on three sides, integrating the surrounding ravine into everyday living. Exterior finishes include natural cypress siding, and the design intentionally merges the landscape with the structure. The pavilion originally held up to 4 collector cars, including long-term storage for Ben Rose's BMWs, Porsches, and even a Bugatti. So let's take a look at this property, look at a little bit of the details, things like that. So this one sold for $1.7 million, $1,788,219 to be exact. This one is 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 4,300 square feet, so a good size. I don't know if you can see this one from the road, but if you want to drive by, if you're in the area, it's at 370 Beech Street in Highland Park. Let's see here. I guess we told you about it, so we won't read that. It's on 0.75 acres, 6-car garage, built in 1953, and you're paying $416 per square foot, which is actually quite low. I'm kind of surprised this, Ferris, now nobody talks about Ferris Bueller's Day Off, but like back in the day, that was like an iconic movie. I remember my mom had me watch that movie when I was a kid, and it was a very iconic movie. So I'm surprised there's not more interest in this home, and it doesn't have more of like a collector's market. Looking at the history, we see it sold back in 2014 for just over $1 million, and it was remodeled in 2017. Illinois has high property taxes, so let's see if we can see the property taxes. In 2023, property taxes were $27,000, and the oldest record of property taxes we have is going back to 2007 when it was $22,656. Let's take a look at some of these photos when I can actually kind of chat with you a bit. So here's the parking structure that was built behind the home. That was, I believe, featured in Ferris Bueller. Here's like a living room. It's a nice home, but it's like almost like too basic. It doesn't look like it was that well put together in some ways. Doesn't look like it provides much insulation from the cold in cold Chicago winters, especially not being too far from the lake. I like the wood ceilings. Got some can lights up there. It really does blend the home into the forest. I mean, you almost feel like you're in the middle of the forest when you're in the home looking out. Bathroom, they kept everything very kind of minimal. Still has that kind of 80s style to it. Dig the skylight there. Outdoor sitting area. We got a car in the home. That's pretty cool. And you guys see these like floor to ceiling window walls. It's kind of hard to get a scope of what the house actually looks like on the outside. Here's the natural cedar siding that they talked about. But overall, a very cool home. Again, we had to turn to Redfin instead of Zillow for this property. But this is the Cameron Fry home from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. $1.7 million during the last sale. 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 4,300 square feet. And again, this one is located at 370 Beech Street in Highland Park, Illinois. If you guys have anything to say about the movie, any interesting history or facts about the home, you have anything you want to add about Highland Park, Illinois, or you just want to say hello, drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up. If there is any other kind of like celebrity homes, Hollywood homes, movie homes, TV show homes you guys want to take a look at, drop a comment down below. Let me know which ones. We'll be talking about some of the properties and houses from Shameless here in some of these future videos. And if you'd like to be notified of future videos coming out, be sure to ring the bell and hit that subscribe button down below. As always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.